All right, Shalom. Shalom. It's the brother Shaul coming back at you with another lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to all the elders and apostles, GMS that rule well. Peace and shalom to the hopeful elect, to Akim and Aquaf, pushing this truth for the honesty and sincerity. Shalom. And this article is on Blacklisted News. I actually wanted to read it yesterday, but I got wrapped up in folly and madness. So it says malfeasance behind the FDA and the OK for children. We see the word. And when you go into the word malfeasance, is just it means like wrongdoing. It says on October 27th, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration Advisory Panel on Shots recommended the agency allow Pfizer to amend its emergency use authorization for its vid jab to include children from 5 through 11 years old. 2 days later, the FDA officially approved the rollout. Major media are treating this as a positive development to protect your children. On close inspections, it is anything but that. The FDA is today shockingly corrupt. Under the acting director is little more than a rubber stamp for Big Pharma, and especially Pfizer, where the former FDA head sits on the board. And I went through a few pictures of that in my last lesson, and I'll pause it and bring it up so we'll know what we're talking about. Yeah, here we are. Here's the picture again. So it's just a swap out between the Food, Drug, and Administration and these other companies. I remember for a while, the head of the FDA was like the lead attorney for Monsanto, and he left Monsanto and went back to the FDA and left the FDA and went back to Monsanto. So it was back and forth. And so this type of thing is always been around. Okay. A plane on the mind, if you will, man. They're, like the scriptures say, hide me from the secret council, man. All right. And this is part of the council, these different small organizations that work together for the interest of the elite, man. Okay. The elite, and through their policies and writs and bills, they cause craft to prosper, man. And we're going to get that in a book of Daniel. So right here, we do have this word, malfeasance.
Malfeasance.
And it says wrongdoing, especially by a public official. All right. And these public officials are these doctors and FDA approved people and all this other madness, man. Okay. This is Daniel's 8:24. Now this was actually a prophecy going into Antiochus or Antiochus. But those same spirits to come up against you Israelites are back in the earth, man. This is Daniel 8:25. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but shall be broken without hand. And that's what they're doing, man. Through craft, they're causing death, man. All right. There's no good thing coming from this, man. All right. There are so many different videos and reports coming out on why not to take this shit. But Esau is continuing to move forward with his plan, man. Okay, he's continuing to move forward with this plan. All right, let me see. So let me close this up and get it back to it. It says, 2 days later, the FDA officially approved the rollout. Major media are treating this as a positive development to protect young children. On closer inspection, it is anything but. The FDA today is a shockingly corrupt under the acting director, and is little more than a rubber stamp for Big Pharma, and especially Pfizer, where the former FDA head sits on the board. And we just showed you that, right? The FDA's juice and related biological products advisory committee voted 17-0 with one abstention to giving a green light allowing emergency use authorization for the Pfizer biotech experimental mRNA to children with experimental. All right, listen to the words. mRNA to children between 5 and 12 years. The expert who abstained later explained he did so because he limited safety and efficiency data provided. Previously, the FDA had approved the juice for 12 and older, adding the stench from corruption around the latest vote. The Biden administration a week earlier announced it had already purchased enough Pfizer juices to inoculate all 28 million 5 to 11 years old in the U.S. Did they know the fix was in? Of course they did. Of course they did. Otherwise, why would you see? And this just makes it come true. So they were voting. They approved the juices to be brought out, 28 million or so. And then a few weeks later, they voted on it. But they had already approved the juices to be sent out. So, because look, this man is moving forward with this plan. You see this whole smart city, smart world that he's getting ready to bring about this meta world, metaverse, all these different types of things, man. Okay, getting ready to shut shit back down, man. All right, getting ready to digitally track you, trying to find himself to be like the Most High, man. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to find. All right, we'll start here. In their submission to the FDA for approval, Pfizer stated that juices was needed for the 5 and 11 age group to prevent the pandemic disease transmission. Yet in their FDA hearing on questioning, Dr. William Gruber, Senior Vice President of Pfizer Juice Clinical Research and Development, said they did not even assess whether juice prevents transmission. We might ask, why is this all needed then if the risk of the children is zero and there is no evidence of children transmission, which there's been some cases of children dying from it or whatnot. But I remember when it first came out that it wasn't affecting any kids at all. All right, any kids at all. I remember that now suddenly it's killing a few or whatever. Even more shocking, the statement by Pfizer about the test. First, there were no animal tests on rats or such first. They admitted that the tested human groups was small. They could not test for mitochondriacs or I don't know the other words, lucky y'all. Yet those are among the most reported negative effects for all others that have had the Pfizer stick. In its FDA application, Pfizer noted that the number of participants in the current clinical development program was too small to detect any potential risk of mitochondria associated with the juice, and that to evaluate long-term of post-juice mitochondria in participants 5 to less than 12 years of age will not be studied until after the juice is authorized for children. So they have test results. They're supposed to have test results, but it hasn't been authorized on the children yet. Just goes to show you more witchcraft and wickedness is going on through here, man. And I have a few clips, and this was in let me see where this was at. This article is pretty old. You see September. It says nursing baby died with blood clots, inflamed arteries following mother's. You see it. Report is second such as case report, and this was back in September. But a 6-week-old breastfeeding baby became inconsolably ill with a high fever after his mother received, you see, and he died weeks later. Okay, you see. On July 17th, my baby passed away, says the report, which was first appeared on VAERS August 13th. Yeah, and we got another one here. Again, this article has always been sitting here in my queue for a while. It says hospital links pregnant woman's death to, you see it, man. All right, the death of a 31-year-old woman in her first trimester of pregnancy has triggered a controversy after the hospital where she was being treated attributed to one of those cases to the juice associated thrombosis. And so look, it's out, man, that we shouldn't be dancing around and taking this shit, but again, man, judgment and death is getting ready to come, and they're moving along pretty fast. Like the elder was saying all year, and them talk about is climate control, and they want to tax your carbon. And the elder went into a good video showing that the carbon equals life. Okay, so this man wants to sit up like he's the most high and control everything, control the elements, control your food, control where you go, how he watches you, that godlike complex. This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And the devil is the deceiver, man. And the deceiver is Esau Edom. Okay, you rich Edomite elites, man. All right, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua knows that you have but a short time. Okay, and this article right here is going into the restrictions that is going on over in Greece, which is one of the 7 heads, man. And these restrictions will likely come to America as well, being that they are part of the same NATO and the EU, man. All right, I'm trying to see if I can get this damn ticker off at the bottom, but I can't. So we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so it says this is November 2nd. Today is the 3rd. Okay, cool. It says Greece announced new measures targeting the unjuiced as daily infections hit their highest level since the pandemic began. From November 6th, those who haven't been stuck but want to attend their place of work must undergo 2 rapid tests a week instead of 1. 2 paid for themselves. To enter most stores, banks, and restaurants, they'll need to present a negative rapid or PCR test. All right. Fines for businesses that don't comply will double, starting at 5,000 euros, and a 15-day suspension of operations. Tests won't be needed for supermarkets and pharmacies. See, so he's constricting life, man. All right, he's constricting life, where you go, how you move, and all this other shit. And this is going to come to America because you have a lot of backlash, especially with this new one that just came out, man, with the kids. Okay, and we're going to get into a short video of that as well, because what they've taken away is and I said in one of my early videos, what they've taken away is the religious exemption. Okay, because it's not going to matter at the end, man. It's not going to matter. And you got senators like Rand Paul who ultimately are part of it, because he doesn't tell you not to dance with the juice, but he says he doesn't want it forced as well. So the restrictions will apply to unjuiced people because they're much more at risk than the people who have had the juice, which is bullshit, because if you've had it before, or you're supposed to develop a natural immunity, right? Okay. Health Minister Athenios Perveris said Tuesday in a televised statement. Greece reported 6,700 new cases in the last 24 hours, breaking a record for the third straight day. Hospitalizations also are rising, with shots readily available to protect people. The government has made it clear there will be no repeat of the earlier lockdowns that parts of Eastern Europe have recently begun to impose again to counter the last wave. We can't go to more severe restrictive measures than those that existed before, Purvis said. And so and to make it look like another lockdown, you're gonna restrict people where they can and where they can't move. All right. And ultimately it's just setting you up for to get that mark, man, that digital ooh. Okay. That's basically what's going on here, man. And so this is Ezekiel, the 7th chapter, because things are going to get so bad, man. No jobs here in America, no jobs. People are not going to work because they refuse to take this thing. They're going to have to send in the National Guard and troops. This is Ezekiel 7. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord, how thy power unto the land of Israel, and the end is come upon the four corners of the land. And we know that Israel is a people before it's a place, man. Okay. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee. I will judge thee according to thy ways, and I will recompense upon thee all thy abominations. And my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh thy power. And that's right, man. When judgment comes upon you niggas, all right, you're gonna understand the Polites, the Sarnettas, the Garfields, okay, the one body in your Howishas, and especially you wacky tacky ass Christians, man, who thought that you were gonna escape out of this with no tribulation, or not being tried at all, or you got a rude awakening coming, okay? And my anger shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and you should know that I am the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh thy power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. All right, and judgment is getting ready to come upon this place, man. You can slowly see it starting to build up. All right, and we're gonna need the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to get us out of here. So we're gonna just get into this video real quick about these them wanting to deny these religious exemptions. Let me see here. I had it here. Yeah.
Do you want better? Who doesn't want better? A better job at a better company with better benefits.
Salakia might have been,
and it can start with a
the
better
religious
education.
exemption one might have been an
University of
article.
Massachusetts Global is a
Salakia.
better
Chicago. A judge in Chicago blocked the city on Monday from enforcing a December 31st vaccine mandate for police officers until the issue can be addressed in arbitration. The ruling was a blow to Mayor Lori Lightfoot and a victory for a police union that has been engaged in an increasingly vitriolic battle with City Hall over the rule. Judge Raymond W. Mitchell of the Cook County Circuit Court said that as unionized employees, police officers had a right to have their objections to the mandate heard by an arbitrator before the requirement takes effect. If an arbitrator were to rule against the city after the vaccine mandate was being enforced, the judge wrote, there would be little recourse for officers who got vaccinated under duress. An awarded back pay or reinstatement cannot undo a vaccine, Judge Mitchell wrote. Nothing can.
And see, this right here with these judges going to arbitration meetings and all this is a kingdom cannot stand if it fights against itself, roughly paraphrasing. All right, because you got Lori Lightfoot that was full throttle with the mandates, man. And here you have judges, arbitrators over her, okay, and not just in Chicago, but in other different states that are ruling and that are trying to sue against these mandates, man. Okay, and so get this Psalms and then we'll wrap it up, man. Psalms, okay, because we have to ask for mercy, man. Now they're getting ready to come after our kids, you know, and the faith has got to be there, man. Things are going to get serious. It says the Psalm of David, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord Yahweh, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Verse 3, who forgiveth all thy iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases. Okay, and that's the Lord. It's telling you right there, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai forgives all iniquity and heals all diseases, man. All right, not some jigger juice. Okay, verse 4, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfy thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. The Lord Yahweh executeth righteousness and judging for all that are oppressed. And that's the elect, man. Okay, chiefly the whole nation of Israel, but going into the elect because we are the oppressed, man. All right, there's no other oppressed people in history like you Latinos, Native Americans, and Negroes, man. All right. Verse 7, he made known his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel. The Lord Yahweh is, verse 8, the Lord Yahweh is merciful and glorious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. And that's what we're going to need, man. We're going to need the mercy for when his judgment comes, because the scriptures say you will scarcely be saved. The elect will scarcely be saved. All right. He will not always chide, neither will he keep his anger forever. Okay. The Lord is not going to, it's not written that way. It's not written for him to continuously punish us for going off. Okay. We're going to come out of that, man. All right. For as heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward them that fear him, and the elect will fear him. All right. The men that have not given the knee to Baal. All right. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has always have a remnant and the elect throughout the scriptures, man. And we, Lord willing, that we are those men in these last times, man. Okay. So that was just a quick video, man, going into they're coming after the kids, man. Shalom.